channel and welcome to another DIY video. Today we're going to be working on my 2022 G80 M3 and we're actually going to be replacing these factory reflectors here on the rear bumper. We've got some Acexxon deletes here from I&D Distribution, so these are going to be a direct replacement here for the stock ones. And so I'm going to show you guys how to do that install. Let's get to it. All right, if you guys are looking to purchase a set of these, I will put a link in the description below. These were purchased again from I&D Distribution. They have two different versions. Mine's the honeycomb. I like this version a little bit better, and it is painted a gloss black. And so completely plug and play, just pop out the old ones and stick in the new ones. So pretty simple install, and all these little tiny little details all add up and they make all the difference. In all honesty, I actually don't really mind the factory red ones. They are purposeful and they're not orange, which is good, so they're red. I've actually never changed these before on any of my previous cars. I could have done this on my F30 335 as well as my F80 M3, but decided to leave them all red. So this car, I wanted to build this one that's slightly different, and I've always been curious about these, so I think it's going to make a nice subtle difference, especially with all the gloss black accents everywhere. So I think this is going to really be a nice subtle detail. All right, like I said, this install is not super complicated. It is just gonna be tight spaces. What we need to do first is jack up the car because we need to have access to these two screws right here in the wheel well. And so what we're gonna do is basically take those two out, peel this part of the bumper back. There's also a couple screws here on the bottom that we need to remove as well. And there's a couple Torx screws, I believe, right here that hold this bumper in. But after we remove all those, we just peel the bumper back, and we'll have to reach our hand back behind here in order to reach the tabs on the reflector itself. So not totally necessary to remove the wheel. It might make your life a little bit easier, give you a little bit more headroom and some space, but I'm gonna try to do it this way and see how it goes. All right, so your car may either have 10mm or 8mm screws right here. Mine are gonna be 10, so just get yourself a 10mm and a small ratchet and go ahead and remove these two. Additionally, back here in the wheel well, there's a third one that you want to go ahead and remove as well. This will allow us to fold back the wheel well. And again, you don't have to take the wheel off, I don't think. We'll see how much room we actually have when we get in here. All right, once you remove those two, there are two more of these 10s down here underneath. So go ahead and remove those as well. There's also a third screw right here that we'll have to remove as well. So again, these are all 10 mils for mine, but they could be an 8mm for yours. Just depends on the car that you have. All right, once you've got these three screws removed here, you just want to pull the wheel well back, pull it out of the way until you have access to this section up here. There's going to be a Torx T20 bolt. So back here, you're gonna have either a Torx T20 screw, or in my case, it's gonna be an 8mm screw. So not sure why BMW has different screws, but so once you've got those four screws out of there and the three on the bottom, all you need to do is give this a tug, just like that, and it'll pull out. You'll see these little tabs here, but pull out just enough to be able to get our back down behind here. So here's a close-up of the tabs that I'm referring to. These all just snap back into place. So just need to pull it back far enough to be able to reach your hand back in this area. So now, just gonna pull this back far enough. You can see these little tabs right here. Squeeze them. Kind of have to do all three at the same time. Pull out. So what I did was I squeezed it here, and squeezed half of it here, until I was able to wedge out the back, the bottom part, and pull out. And then just a comparison of the two. This is how they look. So this is going to be completely plug and play, as I mentioned, and all it needs to do is get popped right back in. So line up your holes here, give it a push. Perfect. Clips right back into place, just like an OEM finish. So here's kind of a comparison of the factory left driver's side versus the Acexxon passenger side. Nice, super subtle, fits like a glove. Literally OEM fit and finish versus stock. So once you've got this reflector back into place, all you need to do is reinstall the bumper. Just realign everything. All right, just like that, and then go ahead and reinstall your 8mm screw down here. And after that, once you've got your bumper back into place and you've got your screw back in, all you need to do is put all of your 10mm screws back into the wheel well and on the bottom. Just make sure everything's all lined up and your holes look good, and should be good to go. Then obviously go ahead and reinstall your 3 here on the bottom, and then we can move on to the other side. Same process. All right guys, so same exact process on the other side. I'll come back to you guys when I'm all finished and show you guys what it looks like. And just like that, installation on both sides is complete. So there's the driver's side. Again, super simple install. Nice subtle detail. So here's what it looks like from the rear end. I like it. Well guys, simple install. Again, I've never done this before, and you know, the steps are very easy. Just take your time and be careful with the plastics, that sort of thing. But again, this stuff is pretty tough, so I don't think you're gonna break anything. So pretty simple to install. If you guys are looking for a set of these, again, link will be in the description below from IND Distribution. Again, mine are the honeycomb version, and yeah, so I think it looks super nice. So lots of mods coming in for the M3 already, and if you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns about this particular install, please let me know. Otherwise, we will see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.